get to do all of this to recognize the talent, the intellect, the hard work, perseverance of the young people that we are raising in our community and that we're putting out through all of our fine schools in the community. So I look forward to it every year. Also, since I have a microphone and I like to talk, I have a few words I want to say. I'm going to say, and I'm also an attorney, so I'm going to say the same thing a lot of the other people have said in a slightly different manner, and we're going to call it my own thoughts. So bear with me. Now, I really do like to, and it's pertinent because we've had a couple countdowns through the last couple of schools, and I just want to relay a message with sincerity here that having been there and done that not only in high school but in other times of our life, where we realize that time is a valuable commodity and we don't get it back. But even as you do the countdown and you look forward to the culmination of all these years of hard work towards graduation, make sure to stop, smell the roses, enjoy the process, because you will not have this time again. And I can tell you myself, I'm sure your parents, your grandparents, and others who are more senior than you, they will tell you that they'd like to go back at times and relive the days that you're living now. So even as you look to this culmination, stop and enjoy it. Enjoy that process. Now I'm going to say something that's a little bit contrary to that, but you got to balance it out. And that is, even as you're stopping and smelling the roses and realizing that you're coming to the end of a great journey, you've obviously achieved a lot of things that you wouldn't be here tonight. Remember, it's not done yet. And that within those 45 days or 26 days, whatever the number may have been from the count, there's a lot more that you need to achieve to get to the end result. And whether that's in the classroom, final exams, personal goal that you have on the sport field, whatever the case may be, remember the race isn't over until the race is over. Continue to work towards that. The last thing I want to say in regard to big picture items is I had this advice told to me actually at my graduation day. And as you're celebrating that, so rightfully so, and you're with your loved ones, and you are having that great day of graduation and looking back, remember that while it is a culmination and an end of an era, it's the start of another. It's only the beginning. And in fact, it's the beginning of a number of those types of cycles where you start something and you're new and you learn and you get better and you achieve. And whether that's a goal or that's an obstacle and adversity you have to overcome, whatever that case may be, recognize that this is not an end, this is only the beginning, and the same discipline, hard work, talent, intellect that got you to where you are today will continue to get you through every one of those eras and those phases in your life. Please look around and not only the loved ones or the parents, grandparents, mentors that are in this room, but take an assessment and an accounting of those folks in your life that fill that role, because you would not be here today without their support, their guidance, their backing you. None of us achieve anything without those people in our lives. So please take the time not only to think about that and account for them, to tell them about it while you have the opportunity. So, on to the scholarships. Each year, the Bellefontaine Rotary Club conducts a series of fundraisers to fund scholarships for the high school seniors who attend Bellefontaine, Ben Logan, Indian Lake, Calvary Christian, Riverside, Ohio High Point, or West Liberty Salem schools. So I want to thank all of you who have been involved in our fundraising efforts, not only through the past year, but for many years that have allowed us to do that. And that includes our lemon shake stand that you may see at various community events throughout the county, shaking up the lemons and selling lemonades, to our pancake breakfast that we hold in the fall every year at Ohio High Point, and even our watershed that dispenses water in Lakeview year-round. Those are the sources of the funds that we generate to give out on an evening like tonight. We've been doing this in scholarships since 1963. This year, we are proud to award 7 $1,000 scholarships, and with that total, that brings our amount given since the institution of this program in '63 to approximately $213,500. I get the good fortune to be up here and to name and celebrate in the naming of our scholarship recipients, but I want to take a moment to recognize the people that have the harder jobs in our committee. First, I would like to recognize Sally Stolley. Sally was the architect. She developed the online application that we use this year, we've used for several years now, and I always go to her at the beginning of this yearly cycle to make sure that we incorporate any updates or tweaks, and of course to change the year every year as well. So thank you to Sally for that. And she has complete job security because I wouldn't know how to do it at all. So thank you to her. The folks that have the toughest job, Tammy Gump, Dr. Brent Swartz, Colton Lowry, Darren Halbert, and Mike Adams. They take on the very difficult but rewarding task of reviewing the applications and then doing their best to award the scholarships to the folks that we are able to award them. And I can tell you, having done that role in the past, it is the best of times and the worst of times. We love doing it because we get to see the high quality scholars that you've been introduced to tonight from not only your home school, but all the schools in Logan County. But it also is very difficult because we wish we could give a support of a scholarship to every single applicant that we receive. Someday, maybe if we sell enough lemon shakes, we'll get there. But it is a very difficult task, and I commend them for being up to that challenge. A couple of housekeeping items before we get to the actual award. Although we are certainly excited to do the initial award of these scholarships tonight in front of this great crowd and at this event of Honors Night, I want to make sure you understand we also will be in attendance at each of the recipients' local schools when they have their scholarship recognition night. We think it's very important to not only celebrate tonight, but also to give these recipients their due on their home turf, so to speak. Also, when I do name the recipients, if you would please come up to the stage, stand here in the middle, and I do have some documents to give you. And after the culmination of tonight's events, if the recipients would please kind of come back up, we'd like to get some pictures, and also I have some instructions for you to actually cash in on the award that I'm going to give you tonight. So, without further delay, on behalf of my fellow members of the Bellefontaine Rotary Club, I am pleased to present $1,000 scholarships to the following recipients in recognition of their scholarship and service to their school and community. The first recipient is Hannah Rader. Next, we have Mason Hammer, Ben Logan. You can come on up here on the stage. I'm not done embarrassing you. Next, we have Ellen Young, Calvary Christian School. Ethan Fulkerson, Indian Lake High School. Rachel Taylor, Riverside High School. I'm pausing for dramatic effect. Cheyenne Gluckle from West Liberty, Salem High School. And finally, and certainly not least, Eli McGill, West Liberty, Salem High School. Thank you, and congratulations to our recipients.